Once in a while, an exceptional product is brought into being that stretches the bounds of creativity, that enables you to become more innovative, that looks and feels just right. This is Iris from Hobolite, designed to mimic a camera feel and look, but be tiny. Look, it can fit in your pocket without a stress. Quarter 20. It has on top an on and off button where you can switch between light intensity and Kelvin rating. You can use the wheel on the side to change down or up your light's intensity. Click once to go in 25% increments. Press this button and you go into your modes. In your modes, you can operate via Bluetooth or select an effect. Shows you on the top LCD what the battery percentage is like and if you're on Bluetooth. But what sets this apart as truly remarkable is what you can put on the front of it. So this is magnetized, and to the front you can add a whole variety of lighting effects and accessories that change the way the light is used and come out of this little unit. This is the first. I would like to call it the aperture ring. You can click it on and it stays firm. It's never going to go off. But check out the light that you can produce from it. This is daylight at 100%, and at the moment the aperture ring is fully open, but if I close it, watch what happens. You get to focus your light more and more. With a simple move of the lever, I can reduce or increase the size of the beam that comes out of this torch. I then add to it a lighting effect, which is a broken crystallized light. So it diffuses the light unevenly for those special effects when you want something lit but not too obvious, but you don't want it too soft, so it offers a harsh light but slightly diffused. I then take off my aperture ring and I add a mist effect to the light, and as you can see it's off, on, so it softens the light and creates a misty feel. I can add to this the cut crystal dome, and as you can see, a remarkable difference in what the light looks. I can turn this dome around and look at the difference that takes place. What a wonderful effect to have. If I push and pull the external ring, it goes from a defined crystallized pattern to a blurry crystallized pattern. So depending on what my need, I can alter it like this. If I take this off, I've got a good old-fashioned light diffuser. Softens the light, so it's perfect for a video shoot like this where you just want a soft light with reduced shadows in the background. Once we're done with this option, we pull it off the front, we can put the aperture ring back on, and then we can apply the first of our filters, a blue one that fits all the way in. If I change the width of the beam, it has this effect. I can add to this, if I so choose, the crystallized effect. So I can actually affect what this blue looks like. Also want to note that if I change what the Kelvin rating is, it changes what color the light actually comes out. So I go from a pinker light all the way up to a blue light, and I can go through increments of the Kelvin scale by pushing the dial in to do so, and then back again. Let's take this filter out. It's held in magnetically. There's no chance of it ever falling out, and I'm going to swap it for the next one. This goes from a blue to a red. If I focus it in, you can see what that looks like. Now let me again go through. If I put a cooler light, you see it has a sunset effect where it's red on top and yellow on the bottom, and it's easy. If you want to turn this upside down, feel free to do so, or you can move around how the filter sits in the slot. Go to the next one, insert it right in, and that gives us a bright and beautiful pink. Let's go through the Kelvin scale, and you can see it turn to a more of a purple, and even then a bluish neon feel. I can focus in my light And so if I want to focus in on something and specifically light it and nothing else around it, the focusing of the light beam is the way to do that. Our final filter is a green, yellow and purple filter, and that fits in nicely, and I can move that around a little bit. Let's widen that back up and go through the Kelvin rating again. So it gives you all manner of lighting effects, and if you want to get creative, you then stick the crystallized ball on the top. You can turn it round, you can pull it in and out depending on what sort of definition you'd like on that, and you can work through the Kelvin rating to get what you're after. If you want to take this off, you can then add a light diffuser, which really diffuses that light wonderfully. And if I want to turn down the diffusion, I just need to narrow the beam. It saves me the effort of actually having to go back here and fiddle around with these controls. I can do it just on the side of the light. You can use this via an app using the Bluetooth function. You can mount it vertically or horizontally. You can have a variety of Kelvin ratings. The battery life is wonderful. It comes with a USB-C cable that you can just plug it in to juice up the battery. You can put all manner of filters on the front, different colors, and basically satisfy any need you have. Now let me just do one more test. I'm going to hold this at arm's length at 100, and you can see what sort of brightness this gives us. It's ridiculously bright, is it not? That's the lighting beam I can get out of it. I can push it to this bright, or I can pull that off completely and just blow everything away. Super bright. Surely this is going to take care of all your lighting needs, and it's so small, it fits in your pocket.